What's up, YouTube? Carlos inside USS Too Fast. You already know, bringing you guys another video. So today I wanted to talk about a review of my 2017 Dodge Charger Daytona 392. So right now I'm at 7,804 miles, and if you've been following me since the day I bought my vehicle, or the month at least, you know that I've owned my vehicle since January of this year. And you're probably thinking right now, man, that's a lot of miles. You haven't even close to a year yet. You're right. You're absolutely right. Like I said, I'm at 7,804 miles. And why is it so high as of right now? It's because this car is a beast. Yes, it's my daily driver. Yes, it does. I mean, you get somewhat good gas mileage on it, especially on the highway. But if you have a car like this, there is no way you are able to drive slow, or even, excuse me, I'm not, you know, telling you right now to go over the speed limit or anything, but you cannot go the speed limit whatsoever. It is really hard to, because how much power the Daytona offers. You know, for the deal that you get at the dealership, and for the dealership where I bought my vehicle up in Wisconsin, the deal that they gave me. I know you're probably thinking, well, why didn't you just get a Scat Pack, and well, why did you get the Daytona? You know, if you go on YouTube right now, there's a lot of reviews of why I chose a Scat Pack over a Daytona, or, you know, why I chose the Daytona over the Scat Pack. And you know what? Bottom line is, you get what you want, okay? If the Scat Pack is in your price range, go ahead, get the Scat Pack. The Scat Pack is still a badass vehicle. That's the one I was going to get. All my boys have Scat Packs, and I got it. They're quick as hell. You do all the modifications that, you know, you can do to Chargers nowadays, even Challengers. They're gonna go fast as hell. You know, mid-muffler deletes, you can do that to any vehicle. You can add a new exhaust system. You can add oil catch cans, you know, things of that nature. Little modifications to either make your car look cooler, or be, you know, make it sound better, or obviously a lot more power and torque. And that's what we all want whenever we're looking at a Charger or a Challenger or whatever the case, you know. But it's all your preference. You want a Scat Pack? Get a Scat Pack. I was actually looking at that vehicle before I even bought the Daytona. Then once I started doing my research and see how much the Daytona offered versus the Scat Pack, I mean, yes, it's about $4,000 or $5,000 difference at the time when I was looking at them. But if you think about it, the Daytona has everything that the SRT package has, with the exception of, I believe, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, okay, is the suspension. The suspension in the SRT, I believe there's 3 different ways that it can change electronically. I don't know them off the top of my head, but I believe the Daytona does not have that. But like I said, before I even started this, go ahead and correct me if I'm wrong, okay? Am I an expert on vehicles? No, I'm not. But am I gonna give you the honest truth about, you know, the Scat Pack or 2017 Daytona, whatever the case? Yes, that is why I started a YouTube, because I wanted you to follow the journey of me either modifying, upgrading, showing my car off pretty much. And I was just so fortunate to meet a great group of guys who have, you know, Corvettes, the Scat Packs. 2 of my buddies have 2 white Scat Packs, and they're amazing. Make sure you follow them. Chicago's Scat Pack and the Bearded Bee. All right, if you go on Instagram, I'll even put the description down at the bottom. Both those guys, their Scat Packs are ridiculously nice, okay? Now, what I did want to talk about is the fact that everybody loves the Destroyer Gray color. Dodge hit it out the ballpark whenever they came out with Destroyer Gray. Now, I'm not sure if it came out, well, let me rephrase that. I believe the Daytona's was the first color for the Destroyer Gray. Now, once again, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe so. Every time I go to a show, or, you know, just in general to a store, everyone always asks me, or even stops me on my way into a store, hey man, did you custom paint your car? And I know if you've been following some of my videos, you'll realize that I say this all the time, and I still get it. I still get it with, is this custom painted? Hey man, what color is that? That's a sweet color. No, I didn't custom paint it, obviously, if you know the Dodge vehicles and stuff. And now other car companies are coming out with Destroyer Gray type vehicles. I know Chrysler's got a 300. I believe I went to a supercar show, and there was a Porsche that had a Destroyer Gray looking type of vehicle, and the color gives me compliments, it breaks people's neck. Everybody is absolutely in love with the color. Now, if I had the money, I would have loved to get the Demon in Destroyer Gray. Or everyone knows that the new Durango SRT is about to drop, and my wife right now currently owns a 2015 Durango. Was it Rally E edition, I believe? The Rally E. And I would love to trade in that vehicle, but the only thing that's holding me back is the fact that Dodge didn't come out with a Destroyer Gray. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. They're going to come out with some sick colors. I believe there's a B5 blue, a red octane pearl, if that's the right color, red line, red, something like that. Now, those are still sweet ass colors, but at the same time, I would have most likely would have pulled the trigger if there was a Durango SRT and Destroyer Gray. Now, why am I still not pulling the trigger right now, even though they're coming out with sweet colors? It's because the Destroyer Gray, imagine if I would have owned this one here and my wife owning a Durango SRT in Destroyer Gray. I would change my whole YouTube channel to like Mopar Family or Family of 392s or something like that. That is going to be a badass vehicle, and right now I'm still contemplating if I should trade in my wife's vehicle, you know, see if it's within my price range or anything like that. That car is going to be a beast. It's going to have as much power as my Daytona, which is ridiculous. All-wheel drive. You can do a burnout with all four wheels. I mean, what more can you want from a family sedan? If you go on YouTube, you know, there's a couple people who have actually ordered the Durango SRT. You know, shout out to all of them. Like I said, if it was within my price range at this time, I would definitely have gotten it, or I would definitely get it. But who knows? You know, it's still a possibility. If I were to get one, it'd probably be that red octane pearl, or that B5 blue, or maybe that red line red, if those are the right colors that I'm actually naming, because I know they come out with these crazy ass names for all these colors, especially the one I'm in right now, Destroyer Gray. Now, how badass is that when I have to say, hey, this is a Destroyer Gray color that Dodge came out with, and was like, man, that's such a sick color. Now I can see why they call it Destroyer Gray. So I'm in love with this. I love my vehicle. Like I said earlier, it is my daily driver. So how much gas do I get with my Daytona? So depending on how much I really drive it, which it's my daily driver, like I've been saying over and over again, and right now I currently get 17 and a half. I'm not usually on the highway from home to work. It's usually all side roads, traffic lights, whatever the case. But when I was driving to the city of Chicago, I was getting at least 19, 20. Now that's all highway, toll roads, whatever. And so I mean, yes, you still get good gas mileage, but it's a beast of a car. How many times do I have to refuel? Like one more time. It all depends on how often I drive it. Now there'll be times where I'll have to gas up twice a week, which will cost me between, since it has to take premium, it'll cost me between $35 to $45, depending on how much the cost is. And you know, the state that I live in right now is just ridiculous. Gas prices are just ridiculous in general. But at the same time, I can't complain, because I love driving my vehicle. I love when I'm just cruising down the road, not even going fast sometimes, just cruising, and you see people in other cars just like, you know, breaking necks, like, oh my god, kids on bikes almost falling off their bikes because they see a Destroyer Gray. They're like, damn, what kind of car is that? You know, so the Daytona came with the decals, and yes, you do have the option to delete the Hemi decal on the front or the Daytona decal on the back. Now, I think that's what throws everybody off. Sometimes people at car shows don't even understand what kind of car this is. Some people don't even know that the decals were, you know, stock with the vehicle. They think I added. Now, no, obviously I didn't. Why didn't I delete them? Because I wanted to have a car that represented the Daytona edition type of vehicle. You know, the badges, this is my opinion, okay? You don't got a bag on me or anything, but just in my opinion, I believe the Daytona badges make the Daytona. Obviously, now that's if you're not looking under the hood and you know it's SRT powered and 6.4 liter 392, whatever the case. Now that's what I think. That's the reason why I kept my badges, because I wanted everyone to know, oh man, he's got a Daytona. But still, at the same time, no one knows that this Daytona is even out, and I don't understand why. I would think that a lot of people would own these cars, but at the same time, once the Daytonas came out, Scat Packs, you know, went down in pricing, which is nothing wrong with that. Hence the reason why I was looking at a Scat Pack. But everyone thinks, you know, it's a Scat Pack that's got these decals that I added, but then the Daytona on the back kind of throws them off. So then, you know, they ask me questions, I explain it to them, whatever, and they're like, oh man, this is such a sweet car. And I'm like, you know, thanks. Make sure you follow me on Instagram and on YouTube, you know what I mean? But at the same time, you know, once I give them that knowledge, they understand, oh, okay, this is a brand new car. I didn't know that. I only know about the Demon. Well, I didn't really see a lot about the Daytona when it first came out. Only reason I found out about it is because when I was searching at the Scat Pack, you know, it showed me Daytona, and I was, you know, did some more research on it. But yeah, that's the reason why I got my Daytona. That's how much gas I get, or miles per gallon, you know. And I'm not sure if you can hear the exhaust, but the exhaust, the stock exhaust, is amazing in this 6.4. Now, before I had this vehicle, I used to own a 2014 Dodge Charger RT, and I blacked it all out. There was chrome. I didn't want to pay extra for the blacktop edition, but so I had a chrome grille, chrome rims, and I blacked it all out with just, you know, using plastic dip. That was my Batmobile back in the day, and it was a 5.7. Now, when the Daytonas come out, I was looking at the 5.7 Daytona, and I was going to trade in my old one. But in my eyes, I didn't think it'd make any sense. So if I was going to trade in my car, I might as well do my little upgrade. So that's exactly what I did. Got my upgrade, traded my 7 into a 6.4, obviously the one I own now, and I have no regrets whatsoever. And if you go out and purchase this vehicle, I promise you, you will have no regrets whatsoever. This is an amazing freaking car, okay? Like everyone says, Dodge hit it out the park with the SRT, with the Hellcat wide body, the Demon, everything like that. Yes, they absolutely did. But don't let this Daytona be a sleeper because of the fact that there's a lot of power in these wheels under the hood. The wheels, they will spin. They can't even keep track of the car. That's how much power this thing has. All right, now I'm not gonna go full into detail, you know, how many pounds of torque, how much horsepower, all that stuff. That, you just Google it, you'll be good to go, okay? But I promise you, if you get this vehicle, you will not have any regrets whatsoever. So that's all I want to really talk about today. My next video is probably most likely going to be little few modifications that I made under the hood, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Just under the hood as of right now. I do have a little secret. I'm not going to say anything, and I know, well, why would you bring it up? That's the whole point, so that you can engage with me and stick around with my story to follow my 2017 Dodge Charger Daytona 392. Yep, just stay tuned. If you like this video, I'm gonna keep it sweet and short. Hit that subscribe, hit that like, hit that thumbs up, whatever you want to do. I appreciate all the love and support. Y'all have a good one. Alright, real quick, let me see if I can get a little pull for you. Alright, gotta make sure there's no cops. Like I said, there's no way you can own a damn Daytona and not have freaking fun with it. It's nearly impossible. It's like me owning a Hellcat and going hella slow. Alright, that's it. See, that's what Windows up. Windows up. And if you didn't hear that, you lying. Okay? But at the same time, the audio on the phone does no justice. But I know for the fact you heard that. Hope you enjoyed.